lying a sin?
Is lying a sin?
Yes.
Well, it depends on what you mean by that. I mean, the commandment says, "Thou shalt not bear false witness," okay, which implies you're under oath. Like, but if you tell a little white lie, because you're trying to, that's like your kid asks you something, and it's not appropriate for the kid to know what the issue is. I wouldn't think that's not the intent. It's a white lie, right?
Gotcha.
Okay, that's not what the commandment's talking about.
Yeah.
The commandment is talking about lying under oath. Now, there are even instances when lying is permitted and blessed in the Bible, like the Hebrew midwives lied to Pharaoh to save
that's what I was
lives.
thinking about.
You have a greater duty to save an innocent life than you have to tell the truth to a guilty murderer. This is called graded absolutism in ethics. Same thing was true with the Hebrew midwives and Pharaoh. They had a bigger obligation to protect those babies than they did to tell the truth to Pharaoh.
Lying as liar. So sometimes it's okay to lie. Some people are found righteous in their lying. We're going to really break this down tonight in our live at 8 p.m. on Eastern Standard Time on Facebook and YouTube. But let me give you a little snippet of how we're going to approach this. What we're going to approach is all the lies that you are allowed to tell in the Bible and all the people who were lying as liars in the Bible, from your God in Genesis to Abraham, to Jacob, to Esau, well, not Esau, to Jacob, to Jesus, and everybody in between who told lies. And yet these people are deemed to be righteous. Those who attempted to tell lies, and they were still deemed to be after God's own heart. One of the biggest lies and I think is one of the most atrocious stories in the Bible, is the story of Judah and Tamar. Now, the first part of this story is the fact that Judah, who is supposed to be one of the 12, who's the 12th tribe that the so-called Jesus came out of, the first thing that he did was that he went and he married a Canaanite woman. Now, according to Joshua, you were not supposed to marry Canaanites. You were not supposed to engage with Canaanites, that they were an abomination. According to what had happened in Horeb, you were, during the time of Moses, you were not supposed to marry Canaanite women. You were only supposed to marry Israelite women. But yet, Judah marries a Canaanite woman. And Judah marries a Canaanite woman. They produce and Onan. Then he goes and finds another Canaanite style woman named Tamar, and to have her marry his son But of course, was so wicked, and we have no idea what the wickedness was, that God kills for no apparent reason. And then his brother Onan is commanded that he must fulfill his brother-in-law duties, and he must produce a baby for and that baby will be child, lineage, even though we know biology doesn't work that way. But it is a thing of title, of status. It's a tradition. It's a ritual that they follow. It's gross, but it's something they follow. We know that Onan supposedly had a great pullout game. And because he had that great pullout game, this God killed him too. Well, Judah had another son named Shelah. Now, Shelah was too young to be married, so she told Tamar, go and stay with your dad until Shelah becomes old enough, and then I will give him to you as a husband. Well, this was the first lie that was being told, because Judah never gave Shelah to Tamar as a husband. So he's a lying ass liar, but he's still Judah. So then one day Judah's on his way to Timnah to sell some sheep and everything, or buy some sheep, and he sees a harlot, a prostitute, a temple priestess, and he says to her, let me come into you. But little did he know the temple priestess was Tamar, his daughter-in-law. So she says, of course, come on into me. So they get it on. They do the shakalaka boom boom. And then when she asks for payment, he says, when on my way back, I bring you a little baby goat. Little baby goat. That's how much was the fee. So she says for some trinkets. So she gets some of his trinkets, some of his staff and his cord. as a promise for him to be able to pay her, and she'll return it once he brings the goat back. But on his way back, she's not there, and people are like, we ain't seen no temple harlot. There's no temple priestess harlot that's here. So he goes on about his merry way thinking he not got him some free poom poom. All it cost him was a staff and some cord. But then he finds out that Tamar is pregnant. And oh, he's big mad. What? You mean that heifer that I lied to? That heifer that I never intended to give my son Shayla to because I felt like he would die because she got that killer poom poom. She got that Elnana poom poom. Because if you know the Mesopotamian story, men were sleeping with Elnana because she thought she had immortality in her poom poom and it would bring her ex-husband back to life. And they were dying after they slept with her. So she had that Elnana poom poom. And he already now lied and said, nah, I ain't giving you my son. But now he mad. He big mad because she not slept with another man and she's 3 months pregnant. He should have been counting 3 months ago. What happened? 3 months ago, what happened? 3 months ago, what happened? But he didn't. So he brings her out, ready to burn her. Now, not stone her, not chastise her, not give her a quick slit of the throat death. Nope. We're going to burn her and the baby that's inside. And then she pulls out them trinkets. Oh, the baby, my baby daddy, he owns this staff. He owns this cord. Turns out to be him. He like, damn. And I've been caught in a lie by this two-timing harlot, this lying-ass harlot, because she lied and dressed herself up as a harlot and pretending to be somebody else, which is another lie. And he says she's more righteous than me, more righteous than all of us. And so 2 children are born, 2 twins. One comes out first, she put a little cord on his arm, the other one, and then the arm goes back in, which that don't happen. The arm come out, and the arm back goes back in. She would have died. Them babies would have been, they were breached. But then another baby comes, but then the baby that does come out is Perez. And Perez is in the line, the genealogy of Jesus. Just go read it in Luke and Matthew. You'll see Perez is in the genealogy of Jesus. So Jesus got a pretty good amount of that Canaanite blood in him, since the Jesus character is supposed to come from Ruth and coming from Tamar. Well, damn, he's just a mixed up little joke, a little mutt, ain't he? So they have Perez. So she becomes Judah's other wife. So, ladies and gentlemen, join us tonight. You'll see how, if you're practicing Christianity and you're not a lying ass liar, you're not a conniving whole harlot priestess, that you ain't doing Christianity right. Because most of the people you look at in the Bible, from Jesus to God and everybody in between, are liars. So as far as this, oh, they lie, if it's okay to lie, if you are trying to save somebody, save some babies, save some lives, that sort of thing, no, it's never okay to lie. It's never okay to lie. As far as if you believe in this Bible. Now, for us humanists, yeah. If there's a murderer trying to hide in the house or whatever, yeah, that's different. If somebody's trying to harm your children, that's different. As a humanist, as an alchemist, as a hermeticist, that's different. But as this Bible, as far as this Bible is concerned, it says that you're not supposed to bear false witness. You're not supposed to lie. But they lie all the damn time. All the time. So join us tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to go through a lot more of the liars within this book. You know, from Abraham lying about who Sarah is, saying that's my sister. It's kind of like a half lie because he was afraid of himself. Jesus saying that I will return before this generation is over. That was a big ass lie that you Christians are still believing in and has renegotiated several times over. So I look forward to it. And always remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.